Hey there, this is Christine Landl, and I am with my sister, my best friend, my business partner, Jennifer Ream, and we are so excited to be here on yet again another platform that we are creating and another chapter, another piece to our journey.
The Vibe Well Podcast. This is Jennifer Ream. So excited to be here with you guys. Our intention for this podcast is all about sharing our love for all things wellness, holistic wellness that is. And we are here to uplift, plant some seeds, and support you on your wellness journey. We've always loved being able to be out there with our community, sharing all the things that we learn. And as we grow and learn new things, we love to put them out there, and maybe they'll plant some seeds for you and help you along your journey. So here we are. Let's get started.
Hey Vibe Tribe, it's Christine Landl, and I'm here with my sister and best friend and business partner, Jen Ream. And we have another exciting topic to talk to you about today, all about meditation. Don't get scared about that word.
And I love that quote. If you feel like you don't have time to meditate, you should meditate more.
Yeah, even longer.
Even longer. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. So yeah, Meditation 101, we're calling today's podcast. And we thought we would just share a little bit about how we even got started meditating, what it has done for us in our lives, and how some of our favorite tips and tools around it, our favorite apps, and just kind of dive into meditation a little bit and share if you're a newbie to it or haven't meditated before. Maybe it would encourage you to give it a try. And if you're a seasoned meditation person, we hope you'll follow along and maybe share some of your favorite tips with us as well, and give us some feedback, and we can share it out with the community, because that's what this is all about. Yeah, uplifting and sharing.
That's right. And it's speaking of sharing, when I was going down the nutrition food journey, Jen was going down the meditation journey.
Yes.
And we both, through that, because the yin and the yang, that's what we do. I shared all of my things that I learned, and we went down the road together. And then Jen in turn did the same thing with meditation for me. So Jen kind of went down that rabbit hole and experienced it herself through her journey, and it profoundly changed me too once I got into it.
Yeah, and for me, it started probably 20 years ago, I would say, where I was meditating, but I didn't really know that I was meditating because I didn't know anything about it. And I would just kind of sit and just be and tune into my body and kind of listen and practice breathing and things like that. And then I started going through what many people in our spiritual world would call a dark night of the soul time, where my life was changing and I was changing and things were coming up for me. And I started reading lots of books and went through a divorce. And so once I started down that path, I learned about meditation, started studying meditation and practicing meditation for myself. And I learned that there's all different kinds of meditation practices out there, and people do it in different ways and different forms of meditation, from walking to breathing to moving to writing, and then also just being, and transcendental meditation. Lots of different varieties out there of meditation and practices. But really, the bottom line is it just comes down to you learning how to be with yourself, go inward, get quiet, and calm your body down, and also be able to hear what your intuition is saying to you. So for me, my meditation journey started back then. And I literally always say that I attribute my healing from my divorce, my relationship with my ex-husband, and that whole journey to meditation and how it got me through that time. It was profound, and still to this day, I look back at it and think how I'm so grateful that it came into my life when it did. And I'm so grateful that it set me up for just having a more grounded lifestyle, more of space to go to when things are stressful. And my body is trained now to go there naturally and easily because of this practice. And I think that that's the gift of it. Among many other things, but that has been the gift for me when I look back on the journey and see what it has done for me and my peace of mind and the health and wellness of my body. Because we all know what stress does to our body. It truly causes illness and disease within our body. And so when we can teach it to get grounded and calm and in a peaceful place, we can do amazing things. And there's some beautiful studies and teachers out there that are actually proving this in a scientific way. And they've done just amazing work. Dr. Joe Dispenza comes to mind and his work. And just there's just tons of it out there that we could share, but it does have a physiological change on your body. So that's kind of my history and story and journey with meditation.
Yeah, and I think that in listening to all of that, meditation's been around thousands of years.
Yes.
And I think that it became mainstream, the last 5 years, maybe. Definitely when you first started it, and then when I got into it, and then we created our meditation cushions, it was still not mainstream, but I remember us saying that it will be one day.
Right.
And I think that part is so fascinating to see how it has changed, even though it has been around for so long. Our lifestyle is not what it used to be, where it was just, before cell phones. And when cell phones came around, we're never turned off. We are inundated with information, with people, with work, with everything on a 24/7 basis. Mm-hmm. So this tool of meditation, this practice, truly has become such a forefront of our routine because it is a necessity.
Yes.
It is no longer a woo-woo hippie thing to do. It is a necessity to stay, like Jen said, grounded, level-headed, stress-free or stress-less. And it's really all of those reasons why we make it a part of our everyday routine. And it is now our bodies are trained and our minds are trained, and it's that muscle that we've been working out for so long. And for me, I attribute meditation just like I do the food and the nourishment I get from food that I eat. It was a part of my healing journey physically. And because stress caused a lot of physical ailments and just the other things that I had going on in my body, meditation helped me get through motherhood, being a stay-at-home mom with 3 young children, and staying sane, owning a business, and where we're at now, and having 20 employees. It takes you through the cycle of life. It's just that tool that it truly keeps us grounded and mm-hmm. sane. Mm-hmm. And so I do it every morning. Like this morning, I didn't do a close my eyes type of meditation. It was just more of a restful breathing type of relaxation meditation before I started my day. I kind of had a busy couple mornings. And so you have to carve out the time. And that kind of transitions us into what we hear often with the challenges of starting a meditation practices. And people say, I don't have time. Mm-hmm.
Or I just can't quiet my mind.
Yeah. I mean, those are the 2 number 1 things. Right. I don't have time to do it. And I think it's almost like you can see an anxiety around somebody feeling like they have to quiet their mind. Mm-hmm. I can't turn my chatter off. I can't turn my mind off. I can't turn my to-do list off. And it's not the point. That is not the point, to turn your monkey mind off or your chatter or your to-do list off. There are some things that you can do to help with that. And like we said, it's a muscle, but the point is just to sit in stillness and just be without judgment, without expectation. Mm-hmm. And the breath work, going back to your breath, all of those things together in your meditation are what kind of bring calm your nervous system down, give you the right perspective to start your day, and to really just allow the messages, the clarity, all of that to flow in, and the rest just falls away. And that, again, it's like that muscle that you continue to work. But you have to go into it knowing that the purpose isn't to turn your chatter off.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point, because really, honestly, anybody who has said that they can't meditate, that's why. Because they always say, like, I'm such a type A personality, like I'm so high strung, or I just can't settle down and calm my body. And I'm like, I totally get that. I have those tendencies too. Like, that is, if anybody knows me, that's how I am as well. However, like, it's amazing when you just literally sit down and set the intention that I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes and I'm going to just rest and be for a minute. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to allow whatever comes to my mind to come. And what I constantly do is just go, okay, so the things start to come, my to-do list or a conversation, I will literally have awareness. I see it, I hear it, and then I take a deep breath, and then I breathe back out, and I focus on my breath. And I do that as many times as I can until I clear my mind. And then another thing will come, and then I do it again, and then I calm my mind. And that is the practice of meditation. That's it. It's as simple as that. And we shoot for 20 minutes, like Christine said. Some days that doesn't happen. Some days it's 5. And to be honest, my favorite form of meditation, so my practice right now has been to sit down with my journal, write out my to-do list for the day. I have this Danielle Laporte journal that she's no longer going to make in the future, which I'm so sad about, but it's great for getting your to-do list out of your brain, and then go into setting your intention and closing your eyes. And so for me, that is what works, because I too like to have my lists and I like to cross things off and I like to get them out of my brain in the morning. And so it's part of my whole setting my intention for the day, knowing what I need to do, what I need to get done, and then actually saying, okay, now I'm going to take a minute or 5 minutes or 20 minutes, however long, and just be. And actually listen, and just listen to what comes to me. And it could be that I end up journaling from that. It could be that I turn on my favorite app, and I know both of us love to do this. We have our favorite apps, which we'll share with you, where we can literally go on there and say, I want to do a 10-minute releasing anxiety meditation, or I want to do a 10-minute releasing fear meditation. And, you can pick and choose. And that's the beauty of 2021, is that we have access to amazing meditations at our fingertips in any moment. And we didn't have that. Like when I first started meditating, that was not even a thing. Like you just turned on
your iPod
spa music, my iPod with some yoga music.
You never know what you're gonna get with your little square iPod with shuffle.
Oh yeah. So that was definitely like not the same as we have today. Not the same resources we have today, which are amazing.
So it makes it so simple for you. I think it's important to mention that it really does depend on what's going on in your life too. There's going to be days you come out of meditation and you feel like you're enlightened and you got all the downloads that you needed. You're ready to go tackle the day. And there are days where you have a lot going on and you just know that you got it in and you still feel
you did something good for your body, and that's the thing too. Like even if it's you're not coming out with like this amazing enlightened moment, you're at least saying, hey, I did something really beautiful for my body. I stopped and I just let it be, and I took some deep breaths and I got the energy flowing, and that's a win. That's a big win, and that's a self-care moment, and we need to do that all the time. We need more of those.
Yeah, and I think just to touch a little bit on what Jen said, you can go into your meditation with your intention. So whatever your intentions you want to set for the day can be what you meditate on. So how you want to feel for that day can be what you're focusing on in your meditation. So you could be doing affirmations in your meditation. You could be repeating the same mantra in your meditation. So a mantra is really just a phrase that you're repeating over and over again, similar to an affirmation or something positive that you're calling in or that you want to get in touch with. So I think that piece it kind of goes hand in hand with setting your intentions for the day. And it can be something different all the time. There's times when I feel like I want to connect with my angels and I'm like doing something along those lines. Or a lot of times for me, it's just I want to feel peace and I want to feel, in touch with that. And so I do a meditation in regards to that. So there is no wrong way to do it. And I think that that's the most important piece is you have to find what flows for you, and you have to create a routine around it. And first thing in the morning, of course, is we would say the best, because that's how you're creating your foundation for the day. And again, if you can get it in the afternoon and in the evening too.
And having a space. I mean, we actually have a sacred space workshop on our website on Vibewell. It's free. You literally can go on and listen and take it and learn about how we created sacred spaces for ourselves and why it's important. Because really what it does is it's like that reminder to go to your space, because you see it all the time. And it's you create the habitual feeling within your body. So your body knows when you go to that spot, oh, this is my peaceful spot. Like this is my chill spot. This is where I'm going to calm myself down. So you can go to it at any time. It's always there, and you can make it it's beautiful as you want. You could make it you could have music ready. You could have candles ready. You could have your essential oils going. You could have like mine has, crystals and fun stuff like that I love. And so creating a sacred space also sets you up for success with a meditation practice. So highly, highly recommend doing that for yourself. And it can be the corner of your bedroom. It could be the corner of your office. It can be anywhere. Or if you have the luxury of having a whole room, you could make that amazing.
And in the summer, I love to go out on my deck and sit in the sun after my workout or before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you can get out in nature, we don't have that luxury in Michigan to do that very often. But that's definitely a dream of mine to have a sacred space that's outdoors. There's just nothing better than getting out in nature and
birds chirping, the wind blowing. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
And then that's the cool thing about meditation too, and that you can get in touch with that feeling of what it felt like during that time. And that's how you can snap yourself out of a funky moment. So anything that's stressful that might come up later on in the day, you can go back to that feeling that you had in meditation, just like we just did when we were thinking about being outside and meditating, or being outside in the sunshine and the wind and all of that. It's like you can get in touch with that at any moment just by knowing what it feels like and being in tune with your body from meditation.
Right. Absolutely. So some of our favorite apps are Calm Meditation and Insight Timer. Honestly, Insight Timer is my go-to.
Me too.
I think that's true for both of us. There's courses on there. I mean, the sky's the limit when there's music. And I have found, this is something you'll find too when you practice. I have found that piano music, it puts me into a deep meditative state.
That piano's been that way for me for my entire life. It's very calming.
It's so peaceful. So cool. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So practice playing with different things. I have tried Kundalini meditation in the past. That was something that was very powerful for me. I don't do it regularly, but it really is extremely powerful. So, just have fun with it. Practice trying different things and different kinds of meditation. But Calm app, Insight Timer, Breathe app. What am I forgetting? That's our go-tos right there. And then honestly, you can literally just turn on your Spotify and choose amazing.
YouTube too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't love YouTube anymore, but I know that's what my husband does. And he just goes onto YouTube and searches what he wants to meditate on, and whatever pops up is what he does.
Yeah. And then you'll just start to bookmark and find those that are, that you love. And that's kind of where we're at now, is that we have our favorites, and then we have, we just know what helps us get into that peaceful place a little easier.
Yeah, and I think with Insight Timer, it's just a little side note, is there are tons and tons of meditation teachers on there and meditations, and you can filter through, do you want background music? Do you not want background music? But it does take a little bit of trial and error of which teachers you like to listen to, and sometimes I'll go right into a meditation for 10 seconds and I'm like, yeah, this isn't the voice I want to listen to, or this isn't the background noise I want to hear, or whatever.
Right.
So the Insight Timer does have a little bit, if you're new to it, a little bit of a learning curve and figuring out. But then it gets really easy.
Yeah.
And
it
is my go-to.
Many. I remember just this morning looking at it and going, oh, they have 90,000 meditations on there. Like there's just a ton to choose from. So, and we are working on launching our own meditations that are going to be available on vibewell.com eventually here. But we have our own little fun way and spin that we have put on them. And in combination, Christine and I will be sharing and talking and doing meditations on different topics. One will be just calm, and one is courage, clarity,
cheerful.
Yeah. So you can watch for those to come. They'll be free and or inexpensive, one or the other. We'll have a variety on there
on our website, and you'll be able to come into Vibe if you're local and order one and go right into our wellness studio and put on your headphones and do a meditation.
Yes.
Which you can do now with any of these great apps. We're just going to throw ourselves into the mix with you.
Yes. Yes. So we hope that sparks, if you're new to meditation or have never tried it, we hope this gives you a little bit of a push to give it a shot and see what it can do for you. And if you're a seasoned meditator and you have some great tips and tools, share them with us. We would love to hear them. And you can reach us at vibewell.com is our website. Our drink juice at Vibewell is our email. Vibewell Lifestyle on Instagram, and Vibewell on Facebook. And hit the subscribe button and share this with all your peeps, because everybody needs to meditate.
We're so thankful for you and for listening and hanging out with us today. We're excited to connect again. Bye for now.
Lots of love. Peace. Thanks again, friends, for joining us today on our latest podcast episode. We love sharing this with you, so please share the love if you feel called to all your friends and family.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on what we're going to talk about next. It's always so juicy.
And of course, you can find us on social, Instagram, Vibewell Lifestyle, and Vibewell on Facebook. Love y'all.
And if you're in town, make sure you stop by and see us at Vibewell too.
Yeah, we would love to see your cute face.
See you soon.
Bye.